Hi there, Sharon Hesp here, the Good Gut Girl. So today in our Cooking in Captivity in My Pajamas series, I'm going to cook a roasted chicken with yogurt. It's really delicious. So the reason why I'm running this Cooking in Captivity series is because it's really important to keep your gut healthy at this time. It's really important to keep your gut healthy all of the time, but now everyone is cooking at home a lot more often and people aren't that very confident to cook. I think it's a great time to be teaching people how to cook things. So the recipe for the garlic roasted chicken is in the link below, but the reason I'm running this now is because the chicken needs a little bit of time to marinate. So it's an Adam Lior recipe, which is a really nice recipe. I've made a couple of changes to it because of food intolerances. So it's egg-free, it's A1 dairy-free, and it's gluten-free, and it tastes really delicious. So Adam also says if you're going to marinate a chicken and that marinade has salt in it, that you need to leave it for more than 40 minutes. So I usually leave this for about 4 to 6 hours, and it's perfect. So all you need is a chicken, okay? And if you just cut the back out of that chicken, which I've done, then you turn it over and you just squash it just a little bit, just like that. It's not that hard to do. So just squash it a little bit. Yuck. Okay, so then now let's look at the marinade. In here is 1 onion cut up really finely and 6 or 8 cloves of garlic cut up really finely. So you need that. All you need to put in here is a cup of A2 yogurt. So you can have sheep yogurt or goat yogurt is fine. There's around about a cup left in there, so it doesn't need to be super accurate, but if you want it to be super accurate, just use a normal cup, like a coffee cup, that's fine. You don't need any fancy ingredients. Okay, so we also want a teaspoon of really good, I use Maldon sea salt. So just a normal teaspoon of that, throw that in there. A little bit of cracked black pepper is fine, and 2. Now he says to use the rind of half a lemon. I don't have a lemon, I've got a lime. It'll be the same. You know, it's not going to be the end of the world if I put a lime in instead of a lemon. And just use a normal grater, you know, if you don't have a zester, a nice little zester, and not many people have zesters, but if you use the fine part of your grater, that's all you need. And a little bit of a tip, use this in some water or some flavouring for something like that pretty quickly, because it goes off really quickly once you pull that rind off it. And you also need 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. So I use the Pucara estate olive oils, and I put them in, because I buy them in 5 litre containers, I put them in a smaller container. So that's about 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so then that's all the ingredients. All you do is mix it up. Okay, sometimes, or the recipe says, I've often mixed up the garlic and onions in a Thermomix or a high-speed blender. That's fine to do it like that as well. Okay, so just mix it up like that. And sometimes if you have a throwaway container to roast it in, that's probably not a bad idea either, because it sometimes gets a bit messy. But all you do is, I've got this old container, it's a roasting dish. It's got one of those racks in the bottom. Just pop that in there, throw the chicken in there like that, and then all you need to do is pour that marinade on the chicken. It's pretty simple, really. Okay, so once all the marinade's on the chicken, this will marinate for around 4 to 6 hours. That's okay. You can do it overnight if you like. It doesn't matter. And, you know, the marinade falls off. That's okay. It's not the end of the world, you know, as long as you get some of the marinade on there. Okay, so now with that, when you cook the chicken, take it out of the fridge for about an hour beforehand, and let it get to room temperature, and then it doesn't take nearly as long to cook. It's a much better way to do it. So, you know, you can see that this marinade, it's not on perfectly, but it's on. That's all you need to do. So I would cover that now and leave it in the fridge, and then an hour or so before I want to cook it, take it out, let it get to room temperature, put the oven on around about 200 degrees, and cook it for around 40 to 50 minutes. That's all it needs. Now, this is perfect for most people. I probably wouldn't be having it if you had a fructose malabsorption problem, because the garlic and the onion will give you a little bit of grief. And two, if you've got one of those throwaway foil containers, and I don't have one, it's probably good to cook it in that, because it does make a bit of a mess, but it's okay. And you can have it with a salad, or you can have it with roasted vegetables, and it actually is pretty good cold as well. So I've had it cold as well. So there you go, yogurt roasted chicken. Absolutely delicious, perfect for most of you. Give it a try.